Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall Thursday, 3rd of November 2022. In today's Millwall news, we have confirmation of Benik Afobes' injury, how long it will be. Millwall boss confirms details of striker's injury. This is from southernnews.co.uk. The Lions currently have 3 players sidelined until the upcoming international break. Benik Afobes is unlikely to feature for Millwall before the start of the World Cup break. 29-year-old took a knock to his knee in the latter stages of Saturday's 1-0 defeat against Huddersfield Town, with manager Gary Rowett confirming him as a doubt for yesterday's goalless draw at Birmingham City. Afobes wasn't included in the squad for the trip to St Andrews, and the Millwall boss went on to confirm that he would likely be sidelined until mid-November. His knee swelled up after the last game, and it looks like he's probably going to miss 2 or 3 weeks as we wait for it to settle down. I'd imagine he's another one that will probably be out until after the international break. We'll get an injection into his knee to see if the swelling can go down and hope that's enough. Again, when we get to the international break, we'll hopefully have Hutchinson back, Leonard back, Foe back. They're big players for us. We've got a small squad. We can't afford for those types of players to be out for too long. Yep. Okay, moving on now to this from southernnews.co.uk. Defensive resilience helps Millwall pick up a crucial point. The Lions are known for being an incredibly difficult side to break down in the Championship. After Saturday's 1-0 defeat at Huddersfield Town, it was crucial that Millwall responded against Birmingham City. The Lions had little control or defensive resilience at the John Smith Stadium, and while the result at St Andrews was far from ideal, their performance was much improved, and they were unlucky not to leave with the win. Crucially, it showed supporters that Millwall's defensive strength hasn't just vanished. After all, Gary outside were known for being incredibly resolute in the back last season, and while things didn't go to plan earlier on in the campaign, Wednesday's draw highlighted that positive steps have been made to show a marked improvement. Unusually, our away form has stopped us from being in the top 6, if I'm being honest, because our home form has been absolutely incredible, the Millwall boss said after the game. We've needed to pick up wins and draws away from home. Performances like tonight, that's a bare minimum. You get the energy, you get the effort, you get the competitive spirit, of course, to win those games. You need to show that little bit of composure at the right times and a bit of quality in the final third. We got into some good positions, but we just got to find that just bit like Birmingham couldn't. The amount of overhit passes that they also had, it was a difficult game to find that nice passing to the free striker. And I think both teams were very defensively solid. It was a tough game, but I think a clean sheet and a point. I don't think we would have been disappointed with that at the start. Indeed. I think, isn't it our first away clean sheet of the season? I'm pretty sure it is, because we drew Rotherham 1-1. We did beat Bristol City, but that was 2-1. I'm pretty much certain that is our first away clean sheet of the season, so not bad. So let's have a look at the stats from yesterday's game and see what happened. So this is from experimental361.com. Is the XG timeline, the expected goals over the length of the game, and as you can see, Birmingham only had 2 shots in the first half that registered an XG, and Millwall had way more than that. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4. And we was kind of neck and neck with it, not really stand out until, of course, you can see the black line jump up. And what that is, of course, you know what that is. That's Tyler Berry's chance, and that was a very, very, very good chance of getting a goal, and unfortunately wasn't to be. Mostly down to the goalkeeper Ruddy. I think he did very well, and that was the difference. But you can see here, so the blue team is Birmingham City, of course, and their line is flat for a long amount of time. In the first half, from the 15th minute, 45, flat line, and from about the 62nd minute to the 90th minute, black line. So they really didn't have any clear chances on our goal. And we slightly had the slight advantage, but not by much. If you look at the top left by the team names, Birmingham's XG was 0.4, Millwall's was 0.6, so that was just two defences being defensive, very well defending. That's what that was. So let's have a look at Infogol.net, and they give the XG as 0.38 to Birmingham, 0.74 to Millwall. So how's that compare? Roughly about the same, slightly more to Millwall. The match events, one yellow card, that was for Murray Wallace, which sees him missing the next game now. Although Garrett said he would probably have missed the game anyway, because he doesn't think he can do 2 games in a week. Obviously, he's coming back from injury, so they're trying to ease him in slowly. And then we have the substitutions, 3 for them and 3 for us. But let's, seeing as this is Infogol.net, let's look at the shot map, which I like this website. So here are Birmingham's shots on the Millwall goal. Really not very good at all. Their best chance was that one from Medbury, 53 minutes, but from way outside the area. And it wasn't even that good of a chance. And of course, you can see the big white circle is Tyler Berry's chance on the 74th minute. That was roughly 50-50. But Millwall's other shots are few and far between. They're not very good chances. More hopeful balls. Fairness rating, was that a fair result? 88.3 out of 100. So they're saying that was a fair result. Let's have a look at first half. There's Birmingham in the first half, 2. There's Millwall in the first half, 4. All down this right hand side. Weirdly. Okay. And in the second half, now they're all on the left hand side. Curiouser and curiouser. Strange. Maybe they're targeting one of the centre backs and they switch to the other one. Don't know. Now let's move to whoscored.com. This website is where you get the official EFL team of the week from, the EFL team of the month, that kind of thing. They get the stats from. That's based on this website. So, Millwall's strengths were effective at creating goal scoring opportunities from counter attacks, but were poor at finishing and were caught offside often. And Birmingham were poor at finishing, lost possession often, committing a high number of individual errors. Indeed, so here you can see they had 5 shots, we had 9, 3 to 5 overplay, 2 to 3 set piece, and 0 to 1 counter attack. So not a lot going on there. So they were coming down their left hand side, and we were coming down our right hand side, same side. Shot directions, shot zones, action zones, and player positions. Okay. That's kind of strange. Okay. So Mill playing with a more of a 4-5-1 there. Maybe that's why it didn't really work out, but and interestingly that the 2 centre backs playing together more. Not very close together in the middle. Interesting. Okay. So as you can see there, Harley Dean got man of the match. But if you look there, the top 5 rated players have all got the same rating, 7.3. So it's really not much in it in terms of who's going to be the man of the match from this game based on the stats. So let's just jump into it and have a look, see what's going on. So if we go down to this graphic, and you can see, if you look at the club badges on the left and the right, the average player rating for Birmingham was 6.58, Millwall 6.66. So very evenly matched. So we do have the 3 defenders from Millwall highest rated. McNamara, Cresswell and Cooper all 7.3, and that was the same as Harley Dean, who got man of the match, 7.3. So interesting stuff. If we look down and see some of the numbers, so that's the ratings there. Total shots. So interestingly, like I said yesterday, Billy Mitchell having 2 shots. Unusual for him, but because we were being stood up outside the area, we couldn't get through them. It meant he had the option to shoot, because he had plenty of time on the ball. Because here we go, possession wise, 47 to 52. We had the most of the possession, and the most possession for Millwall was Cresswell, 6.6, and then Billy Mitchell was 6.5. That's of the total match time as possession. So pass success percentage equal 66 and 66. Billy Mitchell 85, Fleming 74, Vogelsam 79, and Long back down to 30. So dribbles 4 to 3. Aerials 125 to 34. Cresswell, Cooper, McNamara, Wallace all winning aerials. Tackles 11 to 14. The Honeyman with 5 tackles. Fleming with 3. Corners 2 to 5. Dispossessed 10 to 6. This means having the ball taken off of you. So now we move on to the player stats, and we'll get a bit more information. So if we look at this, so Harley Dean, man of the match apparently was 7.34. Let's go down to the Mill plan and see how closely that was. So Cresswell 7.31, and then McNamara and Jay Cooper rounded up from 7.2. Okay, so Charlie Cresswell was the best Millwall player on the pitch. He played very well. He did play very well. I thought Danny McNamara played very well in a more visible way. Cresswell was a bit more muted. So McNamara would probably be my choice for Mill's man of the match from yesterday's game. So let's have a look at Birmingham. So see how many shots they had, how many were on target. 5 shots, not a 1 on target. Not a 1 on target. So how are they going to score if they can't get a shot on target? Exactly. So going back to the Mill team now, we had a load of shots. How many shots did we have on target? So we've got what there? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots. 9 shots. How many are on target? 3. Okay. Most touches for Mill. McNamara 75, Cresswell 62, Wallace and Saville 60. Moving on to the offensive stuff. So they said we had a lot of offsides. Oh, Vogelsam was offside 3 times. That's not good, is it? Especially if you want to play in that central role. I mean, what were we doing here? He was only on the pitch for 84 minutes as well. Yeah. Defensively, so who had the tackles? Honeyman, McNamara, Fleming. Interceptions, McNamara, Cresswell. Clearances, Cooper, Cresswell, Saville, Murray Wallace. Blocked shots, only 2 of the shots were blocked, so that's from Billy Mitchell and Vogelsammer. So there you go. Passing wise, so obviously we got the passing act. Who had the most passes? Charlie Cresswell, then Billy Mitchell, then McNamara, and then George Saville. So definitely stand out again. Billy Mitchell with 85.1 off of 47 passes. That's very good. If we look at crosses and accurate long crosses, 4 and 1 for Saville, 3 and 0 for Honeyman. Yeah, you can see how the crossing wasn't accurate at all. How many accurate crosses? So we got all these 10 different players having crosses. What we got there? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 crosses. How many accurate? 2. Yeah, that's not good at all, is it? 18 crosses and then 2 are accurate. Long ball. Okay. Again, long ball's not all that. Honeyman's long balls 4 and 3. Mitchell 6 and 3. Okay. In terms of George Long, 18-4. So that means he had 2 short passes and pass accuracy of 30%. So you can see as well if you look on the ratings, the 3 substitutes were rated as the lowest 3 ranked players, which is fair because you think what can they do in the time that they got on the pitch? Not much, so they shouldn't be able to get a score higher than someone who's been on the pitch for a long time. Hang on, let's have a look at that. And you can see here Vogelsammer, obviously, not doing too well because he was outperformed by Callum Styles, who came on as a substitute and had 6 minutes on the pitch and got a higher score than him, so that's not good. Yeah, Vogelsammer going off the ball a bit in the last couple of games. I think that's it. I just wanted to finish the video with this, if anyone's still watching, travel update ahead of Millwall versus Hull City. So obviously on Saturday, again, another fucking rail strike. Same as we've had numerous times this season on a Saturday. Mill will continue their 22-23 Sky Bet Championship campaign at home to Hull City Tigers on Saturday the 5th of November, kick-off 3 p.m. Usually the quickest and easiest way to reach the gym is by train via South Bermondsey Station, but strike action will mean a limited service will run this weekend across the rail network, and that means no train will run to and from South Bermondsey on Saturday. No trains at all. Matchgoers are strongly advised to check their journeys before leaving. Nearby stations include Surrey Quays, which can be reached on the London Overground, and London Bridge, from which the Jubilee line will be available to travel to Bermondsey, a 20-minute walk to the Den. Or or get off at Canada Water and get the 3811 or the P12. But yeah, you should know how to get there by now if you don't already know. And yeah, one thing I would say, it's not mentioned here, the London Overground finishes at 6 o'clock. It finishes at 6 o'clock, so if you're coming home from the match, you got to do it quick. So if you're going for a pint, you won't be able to get on the Overground and get home. So just remember that. But yeah, so on that note, thank you for watching and good.